you self-sabotage, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you shift everything to the future. Let's go back. When you self-sabotage, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you shift everything to the future. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry that I have to repeat the intro. It's just that whenever I do intro, when I'm watching the video, I see that maybe I don't know if it's network or YouTube just cut out of the intro. Maybe it's because I does live and it's it's annoying. It's annoying to be sincere, but whatever. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to today's live. And on today's live, like yesterday, I talked about the meaning of self-sabotage. The main meaning of self-sabotage, if you be hearing about self-sabotage over YouTube everywhere, you really don't understand what's the meaning of self-sabotaging. And I explained into details. I went into details on self-sabotage, and I also promised that today I'll be coming back and doing a video on how to stop self-sabotaging and ways to deal with it. And I've also done a video before. You can go check my live streams that I've done in the past. I think maybe not last month or last 2 months, I did a video on how to deal with self-sabotage. And I've even watched the video. The video was like informative and powerful. So I think it was powerful. And today I'll be doing how to stop self-sabotaging. But before we go straight, I'll be doing a little bit of recap on the video of yesterday. I talked about what are self-sabotage. I said self-sabotage are behaviors or thoughts that consciously or unconsciously interfere with achieving our personal goals or happiness. And I went into more details, and I said that undermining effort. Self-sabotage involve actions or choices that hinder progress towards goals. Even when you know that you're sabotaging yourself, even when you know that what you're sabotaging yourself against right now, it's dear, it's important to you. You know vividly, but you still do it. So I'm just giving you some example of the recap of what we did yesterday. And this can be, this happens sometimes consciously and unconsciously. Thank you for the like. And I said example, and I gave you example of self-sabotage, the examples of how you sabotage yourself in case if you don't know and you does these things, but you don't know that you're sabotaging yourself. One of the examples at procrastination. When you procrastinate, when you sabotage, you procrastinate, like I said on my intro, you shift things to the future. And perfectionism is like striving for unrealistic standard. You're trying to perfect everything. You try to make everything to be perfect exactly as it's supposed to be before you start whatever you want to start. And when you are among these things, you start to procrastinate. And when you start to procrastinate, you shift everything ahead. And I said avoiding risk. Example of you're scared of avoiding risk. You are scared of not investing on this business or doing this because you're scared to not lost your money or whatever time, whatever it is. And I also said, why does self-sabotage happen? Self-sabotage happen in the case of fear of failure. You're scared of failing, or you're scared of success. And I said, avoid of discomfort. You don't want to be stressed. You think the hassle to start your business is too much, or the hassle to open your channel is just too stressful. You can't just go through those stress. You rather just continue doing your 9 to 5 that you're doing, like you're used to it, you're familiar to it, so it's better. So then I said today, I have one that I was supposed to say that I didn't say, but I don't think I'll be going into it right now. So I said today, and I promised yesterday that I'll be coming back and I will tell you how to stop self-sabotage. You can watch this video right now. You can also go watch the other video to how to deal with self-sabotage. You watching these series videos are going to help you and make you set a proper guideline for you to understand when you are sabotaging yourself, when to stop, at least for you to understand what is the meaning of self-sabotage, or the examples, so that you know the examples, you understand to yourself, like now I'm sabotaging myself from this thing, and you know how to deal with it and how to stop it. So let's go straight to the video. One of the reasons I'll be giving you 3 reasons, and one of the reasons on how to stop self-sabotage, sabotaging yourself, not sabotaging other people, but sabotaging yourself. I also did a video about that we are our greatest enemy because we sabotage ourselves and we limit ourselves on what we can do. But we can praise other people. We know the potential of other people. We know the strength of other people. We know what other people can do. But when it comes to us, we tend to feel as if no, you're not good enough. We don't know our potential. We don't know our strength, and we sabotage ourselves and procrastinate and say, you know, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. I've never done it before, but I don't think my strength is good enough to do that. But we know the strength of other people. We can recommend other people to say, I think you can do this. I think you're good enough to do this. But when it comes to us, I don't know why we does this, but we tend to say, no, I know, I can't do that. I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not good enough to do that. So today now we're talking about how to stop it. And one of that is identifying your triggers in pattern. Identifying your triggers and patterns, it's like the patterns, like I said yesterday, that we made patterns for ourselves, that we follow the guideline every day. We've already know that we are always late to an event, to appointment, to whatever. We know that we're, even when we know dearly that this is so important to us, but we are always late to maybe an event, appointment with friends, love, we are always late. That is the pattern and guideline that we've created for ourselves. So if you didn't hear me correctly, like I said, one of the three ways that we can stop self-sabotage is identify your triggers and patterns that you set it for yourself. Identify the triggers and patterns that you've set it for yourself, the guidelines that you follow and that you know that you're following. It can be self-awareness, ways that you can use to stop this. And how to identify these triggers and these patterns that you set, it's awareness. One is awareness, the other one is keeping a journal to track your thoughts. But let's talk about the awareness first of all. Like I've said these things several times. I think I've said this thing several times that awareness is very, very important in one's life, especially when you know about self-development, doing inner work, how to improve yourself, communication, whatever it is. Awareness, if you can be aware of your feeling, your thoughts, and catch your feelings and your thoughts, you tend to know that no, this is not me talking. This is not me talking. This is just my head trying to force word into me to make me believe that I'm the one talking. When you are aware, like when you know how to be aware, to catch your thoughts, your feelings, you're 80% going with your personal work, inner growth, and doing your inner work, whatever it is that you're doing, you're 80% gone. Awareness, almost all the topic that I've said on my YouTube channel, awareness is always involved. Awareness is very, very important. Being aware of the way you're feeling right now. You're not living in autopilot. Like you are aware of your feeling. You are aware of the emotions that you're having right now. You are aware of the thought that is going in and coming in inside the head. It's very, very important because when you are aware of the way you're feeling, the thoughts that you're having, you tend to know that no, I'm sabotaging myself. No, I'm sabotaging myself from this success, from this milestone, from this thing that I'm about to emerged in my life, and I'm not going to highlight. You stop it immediately. So self-awareness, by becoming more aware of your thoughts, the patterns that you've created for yourself, and behaviors that lead to self-sabotage. When you are aware, you take okay, I have to stand up right now and go get ready without taking myself, sabotaging myself, and start get being in a haste to hurry to get to wherever or where I'm going to. So what I think I have to repeat this because my mic is just off and I don't know if my voice was audible. But let me repeat it. I'm sorry if you're watching this video and, for example, you heard what I said before, but I just have to repeat because I just discovered that my mic is off and I don't know if what I said we're audible. I said that self-awareness by becoming more aware of your thoughts, the patterns that you've created for yourself, and the behaviors that leads to self-sabotage. What are those behaviors? You know, if you are aware, you notice the behaviors that you used to behave whenever you want to go out, maybe with loved ones or friends, of the first relationship date. For example, you just met someone and you'll be looking for, waiting for, wanting to go out with someone or new relationship, and you have to be aware with the behavior. What are the type of behaviors that you keep repeating with people when you go out at the first time? You have to be aware of the behavior for you not to sabotage the relationship at the first date. And you have to be aware of the behavior, the way, like the things that you say, the way you behave, and the things that you think inside of your head. You have to be aware for you to know and catch yourself and bring yourself back and know, I'm sabotaging this, my first date. I'm going to sabotage this relationship. So you have to stop and bring yourself back to line. So the next one of how to identify your triggers and patterns are apart are journaling. By keep a journal to track your thoughts, feelings, and actions when you feel like you are about to self-sabotage. You can take a journal, to a little journal, not like big one. I have big one that I take it, that I always put on my bag. I put this on my bag because, not because I want to journal, it's because sometimes when I'm listening to broadcasts, there are some important words that I have to take, or sometimes I just get like some inspiration of the kind of videos that I want to do. And mind you, I think sometimes I used to think that maybe when I get home, I'll write it. When I get home, I don't really get it the way that the inspiration came. So when I take a journal alongside with me, the reason why I take this big journal that's really heavy in my bag is because when the inspiration comes, I just have to write it down. And when I get the thought, maybe from broadcast, I write it down. But when it comes to this case, it might be you taking a little size 4-corner journal inside your bag or your pocket, and to always journal down when you're trying to sabotage yourself from something, to write down, how are you feeling right now? What are the feelings that you're having right now? What are the emotions that is coming through right now? Let me give you this an example. I don't know, maybe this example might be relatable or not. For example, you'll be looking for an apartment. You're trying to rent an apartment, and you'll be looking for this apartment, and an opportunity came for you to get the apartment, and maybe your agency took you to go check the apartment, and you saw the apartment. The apartment was beautiful. The apartment, like, it was mind-blowing, it was breathtaking, it was cute, it was everything that you can even or could imagine of. And you were walking around the rooms, walking around the kitchen, walking around the bathroom, like the cabinet of the kitchen. If you're a lady, you understand what I'm saying. Was so beautiful. Like the room, the bedrooms, like everything was so beautiful. After walking around and everything, you were feeling it, like you were feeling the vibe. This is good, this is nice. And suddenly you ask the maybe agency how much. Maybe your budget was to pay 500, 800 a month or 600 a month for an apartment. And suddenly the agency told you it's 400 or 500. It's in your plan, right? It is in your budget that you planned to pay monthly. And suddenly you start getting those thoughts in your head, those feelings, those shivering, those cold, shivering, cold, anxiety in your head. Start thinking, are you sure? Are you sure I'm good enough for this apartment? This apartment is so beautiful for 400. Why will I live in an apartment like this? It's so cute. Can you see the kitchen? Can you see the bathroom? Can you see every single thing in this apartment? That is self-sabotage. That is self-sabotage. And this is what you've been looking for. And it came as a platter of gold and in the budget that you've been looking for. But suddenly you start having it in your head because it's so good to be true. It's too good to be true, and your body is not used to it. So something like this, and your body want to start sabotaging you, your head want to start sabotaging you. This is where maybe you might excuse yourself and bring out your little journal and start journaling down your feelings, your thoughts, the way you're feeling right now. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety, anxious, like my I'm having the thought of I'm not good enough to live in an apartment like this. I'm having the thought that this apartment is too good to be true for this price. I think I'm going to be scammed. You bring out every single thing that you're thinking, your feelings, how your body is reacting to the situation at this time. You journal them down. When you journal them down, you read them, you understand that this is self-sabotage. This is you like trying to achieve this success, trying to climb a milestone, but your body, your head is not used to it, and they're trying to sabotage you. So you can sabotage yourself, you withdraw back and say, I don't think I can live in an apartment beautiful as that. I don't think I can do that. I just have to step back. You sabotage yourself. So how to stop something like this? If you have a little journal, you can just journal then that how you're really feeling at that time. What are the thoughts coming in and going out of you? You might say the thought in my head right now is jabba jabba jabba. The thought in my head right now is telling me that I'm not good enough to live in this apartment. The thought in my head right now is that the way I'm feeling right now is just for me to work hard for this beautiful apartment. But your budget is in your budget, and the house is beautiful and it's made for you to live, but you sabotage yourself. But when you list that down, it helps you to bring down your emotions, your anxiety, and relax more and tell yourself that, you know what, you're going to do it. We're going to live in this apartment. So the second way to stop self-sabotage is practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion in a way of kindness and self-talk. So one of ways that you can practice self-compassion in stopping self-sabotage is kindness. And the kindness means treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Very important. I've said something before when we started this video, that when it comes to other people, we see the potential, we see the strength, we see the power, we see the abilities that other people has, but we don't see it in house. I don't know why we don't see it in house. We tend to understand the strength that other people has, but when it comes to ourselves, but we don't see it and we don't have it. We think we don't have it. So now, how to stop self-sabotage? Practice self-compassion in a way of kindness. And in a way of kindness means in self-sabotage, it means treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. For example, a friend, like you have a best friend or a friend that came to you and explained something to you, to say that, I don't know, I'm always like this. Whenever I go out on the first date, I always talk about my life stories. I always tell the guys that I met about all my achievement, whatever it is. This is just an example. Before we even get started eating or whatever, I just tell about my achievement, my job, without even telling them about what I need in my relationship, or have fun, for us to just live in the present moment. Your friend explains something like this to you, and you feel like, so you know what, maybe next time when you're going out, well, for example, the person explains and say, whenever we're done with the date or whatever, the person cut off the relationship, does not want to see me again. I know that you, as a good friend, you're going to explain to your friend and tell your friend that, the new date that you're going to go, or the new relationship that you're going to enter, try to skip this part of your achievement or whatever. Live in the present moment. Enjoy with this person that you're going hard. Enjoy yourself, feel relaxed, and live in this moment and see how it goes. So what is kindness? This kindness, you've given this kindness to your friend. You've helped your friend to figure out this situation or this problem. You understand? So when it comes to you, you still have to give yourself compassion, figure out this issue with yourself, understand and give yourself self-love, care, and understand that yes, this is self-sabotage, we can do this, we just have to move even if we're trying to limit ourselves. If you can give your friend an advice like this, care, love, and tell your friend that you don't worry, we can fix this, you can work this hard, try to live in the present moment, relax yourself, skip the part of your achievement, feel relaxed, enjoy this date. You're giving your friend this kindness, right? You're giving your friend this kindness, this care, this love. Also bring this kindness to yourself, this love and this kind and this care to yourself. This is where this is where we practice self-compassion when it comes to self-sabotage. So when self-sabotage come and tell us that no, we can't have the perfect relationship that we're looking for, we can't go hard and we can't find the perfect person that we're looking, the perfect stash or whatever relationship we're looking for, or husband or wife or house or opportunity that we're looking for, share this kindness to yourself and tell yourself that don't worry, I know right now it's kind of difficult, but I know it's available for me and I will get it at the right time, and I will keep believing and waiting that I will get it at the right time because I know I'm capable, I'm worthy, and I'm good enough to get it. That is you giving yourself self-kindness. That is you showing yourself kindness as you will also show to your friend or to other people. That is you seeing your ability, seeing your strength, seeing that you are capable and you're worthy enough the way you also see it in other people. So the next one on this practice self-compassion is self-talk. Self-talk is very, very important. I've said this thousands of times. The way you talk to yourself, the way you carry yourself, it's very, very important. I think I've said this twice or three times on my live video, mostly on Sunday live video, that I will always say that I want to be a woman of my talk, of my words. I want to be a woman of my word. That is a self-talk. That is what I'm trying to practice to myself. I don't want to procrastinate. I know I used to procrastinate a lot and I used to sabotage myself a lot, but I've worked on myself and I'm still working on myself that when I say something, I want to do it. I want to set a pattern that works for me, a good pattern that works to me. And I want to also set a pattern of awareness that I know that no, Mirabel, I'm sabotaging myself right now. I'm limiting myself from this thing. That is where it comes to self-talk, that I want to be a woman of my words. When I said I want to do live video every single day on YouTube, I want to be a woman of my words. Whenever I does not do that video, I feel disappointed at myself. I feel disappointed at myself, and I don't want to look at myself as a failure, but I feel disappointed. So I don't want to be disappointed at myself. So I have to always show up and do whatever I have to do on my YouTube channel. That's why on Sunday, sometimes when I think my schedule is kind of scattered and busy, I come and I said I want to be a woman of my word, so I have to stand by my words. When you are a person of your word, people look up to you. But when you're the kind of person that just say something and you do something else, people does not take you serious. People does not take whatever you do serious. They feel like whenever you say something, they say, I know. At the end of the day, you does not do the thing. When you always say something and you stick by your word, people respect you. People look up to you. People want to like pay homage to you because they know that you're a person like you. That person that always speak whatever you know you can do. When you have those words that you want to speak and you know you don't think you can do this, please take it back in and close your mouth and reflect on it. Are you sure that I'll be able to do this? So that you don't go speak something and you make people start disrespecting you, think like at least like you keep saying things that you're never going to fulfill, never going to do. So self-talk means challenging negative thoughts with positive talks like affirmation and focus on your strength. I'm a big believer when it comes to affirmation. I'm a big believer when it comes to affirmation. You can't tell me nothing. Maybe as the years goes by, I might change it. But right now, you can't tell me nothing. I'm a big believer when it comes to affirmation on everything that I want to do. Changing habits, changing whatever I want to do, wanting something in my life. Affirmation is a big part of me that I have to go through to do manifesting or do whatever that I want to do. So when it comes to self-talk, we all have those thoughts in our head. I've always said this, that you having these thoughts in your head doesn't mean you're a bad person, you're a weak person. Sometimes we condemn ourselves because we have these thoughts in our head that we ask ourselves, why would somebody like me having such an evil or destructive thought in my head? They are not your thoughts. You're just a thinker of the thoughts. But first, you have to be aware that you're thinking this thought, because when you know aware that you're thinking this thought and they keep rotating in your head, they might make you do something that you're not supposed to do, and they might make you believe that you're a failure. They might make you believe that you're not good enough. They might make you believe that you are not worthy enough to achieve whatever you want to achieve. But when you are aware of negative thoughts, you get to catch them and understand that you are the thinker of your thoughts, but you're not the doer of your thought. And when you understand this phrase and you use affirmation to change it, like self-sabotage, for example, you trying to excuse me, I'm trying to give you a proper example right now how you can use affirmation to change self-sabotage. If, for example, you're trying to eat a deal, maybe you're doing a business, and someone, for example, I'm a makeup artist that I do one-on-one class, and someone is trying to book, okay, this is just the perfect example for me, and someone is trying to book a one-on-one class with me, and I've told the person the price, and I've told the person how we can do this, maybe the time, we've set and bargained everything, and this person say, okay, no problem, I'm going to be doing the transfer, maybe I'm going to be paying you maybe half of the money, then when we are done with the training I will complete it, or I'm just going to complete it for you, and by that time we will do the training. I said okay, then I'll say okay, then when we are done with the conversation, the call, one-on-one call, no, not the makeup but the call to explain things to each other, then I go into my own head and I start thinking, oh my God, do you think I can do this? Oh my God, somebody is paying for my one-on-one class. Oh my God, somebody is trying to register my one-on-one class. And you think I'm good enough to teach this person how to do makeup? Do you think my skills is good enough to teach this person how to do his or her makeup? Don't you think I'm going to fail? Oh my goodness, are you sure I should collect money from this person? I think I'm going to fail. I don't think I'm good enough to do this, to teach this person. I don't know. I just think I have to call her to cancel, not to do the transfer, not to pay me for this. You know, things like this. This is self-sabotage, because this is my success trying to come to me offering services and getting paid for it, but my head has started going spiral, started deceiving me, telling me that I'm not good enough to teach someone how to do makeup, because on something I've been telling people, advertising, but the opportunity has come and my head wants to start deceiving me, telling me different stuff, my makeup, my skills, things like this are self-sabotage. And this is where self-talk comes in, positive affirmation, and tell yourself, you know what, calm down, relax, we can do this, and I know that I'm good enough. I know my skills is perfect enough. I know this person find me for a purpose. I know this person didn't just find me, but she find me for a purpose, for me to render these services so I can be paid for this service. I know I'm worthy enough. I know I'm good. I've perfected my skills for many years to teach this person how to apply makeup and put makeup on her face. These are where affirmation comes, self-talk comes. Oh my God, my video has gone. Trust me guys, I've been talking it. Like when I'm doing my video, I'm always looking at the time for me not to cross my normal time, and this time has gone up to almost 30 minutes and I still have one left. I don't think I can say it, but let's just say it. I know you've understand everything that I've said since, and the last one since I said to you is find an accountability partner. Having someone to support you and hold you accountable can make it easier to break the cycle of self-sabotage. I'm not going to explain this because I know it's a self-explanation. You understand it perfectly well. No need for example. So guys, thank you for joining me. So on today's the video that I did, let me quickly do 1 minute recap, 1 second recap. I said 3 ways to stop self-sabotaging. Identify your triggers and the patterns that you set for yourself, and this include self-awareness, being aware of these triggers and the patterns, and journaling the way you're feeling, the words that is going in and coming out of your head. And two, say practice self-compassion in the way of kindness and self-talk. Show the kindness that you can show to a best friend. Show that kindness back to yourself. The good advice that you can give to your best friend, show it back to yourself. And self-talk means challenging your negative belief with affirmation. And the last one, say find an accountability partner, having someone to support you and hold your hand on this difficult time. So lovelies, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I do really appreciate it. And if you watch this video to the end, don't forget to leave me a red emoji for me to know you watched this video to the end. And please don't forget to support me by liking this video so that YouTube can share it out to more audience. And see you tomorrow again. Peace.